Ukraine's security service SBU has successfully eliminated an entire Russian assassination team sent by Putin's FSB to Kyiv following the daylight killing of a senior Ukrainian intelligence officer, Colonel Ivan Voronych, on July 10, 2025. Colonel Ivan Voronych, a senior SBU officer involved in covert operations against Russian forces, was shot dead in broad daylight in Kyiv by a man firing 5 shots from a silenced pistol. The assassination was captured on surveillance cameras and was believed to be ordered by Russia's Federal Security Service (FSB) as retaliation against Voronich's role in targeting Russian commanders. The suspected assassins were a man and a woman who had been tracking Voronich's movements and schedules. They were provided with coordinates to a secret stash containing a firearm and suppressor to carry out the attack. After the assassination, the killers attempted to hide in the Kyiv region, but the SBU and National Police tracked them down. On July 13th, during a special operation personally led by SBU head Lieutenant General Vasyl Maliuk, the Russian agents resisted arrest and were killed in a shootout. SBU emphasized that the only prospect for Russian agents operating on Ukrainian soil is death, highlighting the effectiveness of Ukraine's counterintelligence and special operations in neutralizing threats. The eliminated team included Gulilazada Kagani and Narman Gulieva, with Kagani having been previously banned from entering Ukraine but acting illegally in the country. This operation is part of a broader Ukrainian strategy to target Russian military and intelligence operatives within Ukraine, reflecting the ongoing intense intelligence and counterintelligence conflict between the two nations. Ukraine managed to eliminate Putin's assassination team in Kyiv through a special operation conducted by the Security Service of Ukraine (SBU), which tracked and located the Russian agents responsible for killing Colonel Ivan Voronych, a senior Ukrainian intelligence officer. Key details of how Ukraine accomplished this include: the Russian hit team, consisting of a man and a woman, had surveilled Colonel Voronych extensively, studying his daily routines to plan the assassination, which they executed in broad daylight using a silenced pistol. After the assassination on July 10th, Ukrainian intelligence and police forces quickly launched an intensive manhunt in the Kyiv region, using surveillance footage and other intelligence to track the suspects. The SBU led a targeted operation on July 13th, personally overseen by SBU leadership, to intercept the assassins. When the Russian agents resisted arrest, Ukrainian forces engaged them in a shootout, resulting in the deaths of the entire assassination team. The operation was described as a decisive counterintelligence success, demonstrating Ukraine's ability to rapidly respond to covert threats and neutralize enemy agents operating within its capital. This swift and effective response was enabled by Ukraine's robust intelligence capabilities, rapid coordination among security services, and detailed prior knowledge of the assassins' movements and plans, allowing them to eliminate the threat shortly after the assassination occurred. Ukraine's security service SBU tracked and identified the Russian agents involved in Colonel Ivan Voronich's assassination through a combination of covert investigative and active counterintelligence measures. Key points on how this was achieved include: the Russian operatives, a man and a woman, were tasked by the FSB to surveil Voronich's movements in Kyiv for several days before the killing. They monitored his daily routines and were directed to a hidden cache where they retrieved a silenced pistol to carry out the assassination. The assassination itself was captured on surveillance cameras, showing the attackers ambushing Voronich in broad daylight near his residence. This footage provided crucial evidence for the SBU to identify and track the suspects. After the assassination on July 10th, the suspects attempted to lay low in the Kyiv region. However, the SBU, with support from the National Police, conducted a joint investigation using intelligence, surveillance, and forensic data to locate their hideout. The operation to apprehend the suspects was personally overseen by SBU head Vasyl Maliuk. When the agents resisted arrest during the special operation on July 13th, they were killed in a firefight. The SBU credited the success to effective counterintelligence work, including monitoring enemy espionage activities and rapidly responding to threats, emphasizing that it prevents the majority of enemy crimes within Ukraine. In summary, Ukraine's SBU combined surveillance footage, intelligence gathering on the suspects' movements, and coordinated police action to track, identify, and ultimately eliminate the Russian FSB agents who assassinated Colonel Voronych in Kyiv.